are in the category. We're not racing together. It's a closed race. It's a closed circuit.
It's about time.
It's about it. Yeah, it's a speed test.
Yes.
So in order to finish my lap in a really curvy road or in a really curvy track, full of U-turns or full of sometimes orders, or I have to go into zigzags and maybe like pull the handbrake. I have to get out of the track as fast as I could. My car is Mitsubishi Mavic 1.6, so I'm racing with all the cars that has 1.6 engine installed, regardless girls or guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So mostly girls stand on separate podiums, and what I'm trying to introduce is to stand along with the guys in the 1.6 category. So it happened actually the race before and the race previously in 2016. I had like 4 podiums in 2016 that is mixed podiums with the guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ali, honestly, speaking with you, I don't know where to start with you. Should I start with music, which is you're excelling and you have taken a leap, and you're now taking taking over as a role model for all Egyptian women or girls, I may say. You are a female excellent guitarist. You play electric and acoustic guitar.
Yeah. I play guitar.
Worldwide, women, I mean, internationally speaking, women could not do it. I mean, Heart band, they have if you can correct me, other female guitarists, if you, very rare.
If you remember Michael Jackson, there was a girl who was playing with him. Her
right,
name is
and
Jennifer Batten.
And Prince also.
Yeah.
He had a guitarist, a female, a very popular guitarist with him.
I'm not really sure, but I remember very well Jennifer Batten, her name, the girl who played with Michael Jackson. And
Prince.
And Prince maybe. And there is a band called Vixen. They are
Vixen,
all,
of course.
They are all females.
Who can't remember Vixen?
Yeah, Jennifer Batten is one of the best guitarists worldwide. I mean, it doesn't matter if she's male or female. I don't like to categorize women just because we're females. You know, I'm a female, and it never stopped me to play guitar or to race. So sometimes I feel like when I say I'm the female guitarist, why do I have to say I'm a female? I'm just a guitarist.
No, but let's admit it. Let's enjoy the momentum.
Exactly. But
it's nice.
If you go on stage, if you go to my concert and you see me on stage, if you turn around and just close your eyes and think, you'll think there is a guitarist. There's no female guitarist.
And she's a female
actually,
also.
it spices things up a little bit, you know, to have a female guitarist, of course. But in the end, the product is the same. You see a guitarist, and the same thing with a car. In the track, you see a racing car.
But let me just take the opportunity. My question was, when you started to play a guitar and you had that passion for playing a guitar, I know people when they play a guitar, it's totally different from singing. I know you sing also. But whom did you take as a role model? You know, regardless of female or males, we have Eric Clapton, we have David Gilmour, and we have Jimi Hendrix, and we have Jim Morrison, for example, and lots of people.
I see you're into rock, huh?
Right. But whom did you really, really adore and thought I would love to play his music?
Yeah, Gary Moore, if you remember. Gary Moore, he. When I was young, I thought
Santana.
Yeah, Gary Moore is like Santana a little bit, but I just loved him so much because he can seriously translate all his feelings to the guitar. You can listen to his feelings. You know what I mean? So when I was young, I thought I was gonna play for Metallica. Honestly, I thought I'm gonna be the next James Hetfield. I'm just gonna be a heavy metal player.
That's Guns N' Roses, for example.
Yeah, but at the age of 18, everything changed when I listened to Gary Moore. Everything changed. I started looking at the guitar differently. I started hearing myself playing guitar differently, and this is when it all started. Like, I would say Gary Moore is my ultimate teacher. He changed everything in how I play and how my techniques, my feelings, my guitar sound. So I'd give the credit to Gary Moore. honestly.
So how do you get the time and the passion, if we can say, to be balancing between motorsports and music and guitar in specific?
In work, because I'm an employee in the end.
Because she has to make a living also,
Yes.
remember.
Exactly.
So 3 things.
It's actually quite sad that
If you can allow me, Ali, please, why don't you, can you handle the motor sports and I handle the music, please?
Oh, okay.
Because I know nothing about motorsports.
Okay.
He is so far much better than me.
yeah, because maybe because you're a guy, so definitely there was a part in your life that
Why should I be
Again, we're
interested?
classifying
Yes,
it.
why should I be
We
interested
are
in
making a
motorsports if I'm a
mistake here,
guy?
Ali.
Actually, I'm more interested in music than motorsports.
He's interested in music also,
Yes.
yes.
so I'm here to explain my passion for motorsport.
Yes.
I was telling you it's sad that doing 2 things like motorsport and
Yes, and work.
and guitar,
Yes, and work
not
too.
being able to make a proper living with those. So I think we have a problem here in Egypt that maybe music, if I'm not playing Oriental music, then I would not probably make a living, because I see my friends, they have to play with different bands and different categories, different styles, in order to make a proper living out of music. So I decided that I want to be an employee in order to pay my expenses.
Yes.
Yeah, when I was young, I thought I want to buy a new guitar, and that would cost me around 3,000 pounds, let's say. And for a girl who's 14, 15 years old, it's not easy to really get 3,000 pounds. So when I was able to, like I was 16 or 17, I don't know, I started saving money, and I realized that it's a chain, it doesn't end. I every time have to upgrade my gear, every time I have to pay more for the guitar, services, let's say changing strings or buying accessories for the guitar, or just as you go you evolve, okay, and you have to buy new gear as you go. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna work in a call center because I need money.
Yes.
And I started working in a call center since I was 17, undergrad. I was only undergrad probably working with my friends at work, you know. And I just loved the income. I loved having money every month. So I never
To be
stopped.
funding your hobbies.
Exactly, and I'm funding my hobbies. Exactly. It just never ended. I never stopped working since then. And I started like growing bigger and bigger and bigger. So now I'm working as a senior account manager for an insurance company, for international insurance company.
So do you have like a schedule for you to be playing music on Sundays and maybe practicing
Yeah, I work every day.
motorsports on Mondays or something?
I work every day from 9 to 5,
Yes.
and then we set the schedules for the rehearsals with the band prior to the concert. So let's say we have a concert on, let's say, this particular Friday. We rehearse every, like, let's say 3 or 4 times a week, mostly at 10 p.m. at night. Because I get back from work.
You start at 10?
Yeah.
And you finish at about 12 or 2?
12 or 1 or 2 sometimes.
Yes, and you have to get up
I have
early
to
in
go-
the morning
exactly.
for
So
work.
I go back home and I sleep
Yes.
a little bit. Like I catch some sleep and I wake up and I go to work.
Yes, and that's
start a
why
new-
passion is important. You have to love what you do
Yeah,
to be
exactly,
able
yeah.
to continue.
Exactly. If you don't love what you do, you're never going to do it.
Yes.
And I have to say, I also love working in this environment. I love working in this insurance company, and I'm not planning at any point to leave it, you know. So it's just like I don't get enough sleep. I wake up in the morning like really tired,
Yes.
really tired, but then I start driving and I just start to get in the mood. And then I work and I don't see anything except the computer and some just calls and you know, the business transactions. And then I come back home, I change the personality completely from the insurance businesswoman to the guitar player. And on the weekends, there, sometimes, like last weekend, I had a race on Saturday and a concert on Friday. So my weekends are quite complex as well. It's not really a relaxing weekends. But it's very important that within all what I do to get some rest, because
But don't you have to practice driving
exactly,
for races?
yeah, I also practice in the racing circuit after work. Everything is done just after work.
Maybe on the
Sometimes I
streets
do
of
directly.
Cairo. That would be good
She could
training.
have the best practice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Though that you were complaining about a driver while you were coming over, one of the drivers in the streets of Cairo. But then that would make again of you an inspiration to all women, because I'm not biased, but it's very rare that you can find a man who can master all these talents at one time.
True.
Women are specializing in that. Excuse me, Ahmed.
Yes.
But that's the truth.
Yes. You're allowed to say that.
And that's, I really enjoy saying that. But not at the same time, not all women can do this also. I'm a person who can never excel one thing at a time. I mean, you are a role model for women, you're a role model for people. And even if we talk about international musicians and I mean singers and pop singers, we can never, I've never heard about a pop lead vocal cord singer, very famous, or a guitarist who's working as an employee in the morning.
Exactly.
I have never ever in my life.
Yeah, as I mentioned previously, internationally, when a person becomes a musician, then they are a musician. He is a musician, or she is a musician, and that's it. And it pays them off. I mean,
and at the same time, you're taking the front lines. The front line when you're playing music. You're not just an ordinary guitar player.
Yeah.
So that would give you credit. But also, let me ask you, which passion started with you first? Driving cars or music?
Music, guitar. It
So
started early.
what was
when
the
I was
story
14.
with driving cars? I mean,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah, I told you when I was 18, I drove my car, my normal car. I bought a car and I started driving, and I started getting like really harmonious with the car. Like I love the engine sound. I love to experience new things with a car, like going in high speed, for example. What's happening? I just want to really know every single detail about the car. And then I started not tuning, but I can say like modifying how the car looks, like changing the grille next to the headlights, like maybe getting sport headlights, putting a spoiler on the car, like these small details on my daily car. So aside racing, I love cars. I love this product. I love this technology anyway. So I just love everything about it, and I don't think it's something for males or females. It's just something that fits me best. And then I went to the autocross and I saw the racing cars, like the real modified cars. Those with, you know, fire and sound and like, you know what I mean? I just saw the real thing, and I realized I want this. I want this. I really want it. And then when it was proper for me to buy the racing car I have now, the Mitsubishi that I have, nothing stopped me. I just bought a normal car, and I completely modified it. I modified the engine, the suspension, the chairs or the seats, if I'd say, steering wheel, racing seat belt. I mean, the car, I told you, it is for racing purposes only, and I'm really thankful I have this car, and I'm not planning to stop at any time soon.
So what are your upcoming plans for racing and for music?
Yeah, if we talk about music, then I have a couple of concerts with Andromeda, and definitely I have this big challenge that I'm like playing guitar with Tamer Hosni, so it's definitely something also very challenging, and definitely it's on top of my list is to write music. But with that busy schedule, I don't find time to get inspired and make new music. You know what I mean? Because inspiration needs clarity, and you need to have enough time, and you don't need to be in a rush. And I'm always in a rush. Always. I'm literally always in a rush. I have to do something. I have to go down. I have to go practice with the band. I have to go to the race. I have to go to the track. I'm always in a rush. So
right, Ali, the Mahmoud Al-Khatib, our director, is telling me that they are playing now footage of you or showing one of your snapshots with holding two tires. You changed tires? Are you serious?
I know how to change tires, but
so, and you're a good mechanic also, I presume.
I would
since
say
you've changed all that modifications in your car.
I know.
Don't tell me.
I know well about my car, but I don't know all the details. I would love to understand mechanics like in an academic way, but I think because I'm a girl, everyone is too nice and they do everything for me.
Do you have an extra 2 hours in the day you can start working on mechanics?
I go to Harapin with my friends and with my training instructor, and I go and I love working on the hood, and I don't mind getting grease on my hands. Yes. I really don't mind. But
you'd better be very careful with those fingers.
Yeah, I don't have nails
for
anyway.
your guitar.
I don't have nails anyway because I play guitar, and I don't care about how my hands look. I just care that my hands can play guitar properly and can raise. So honestly, I think one of the things I had to abandon is having long nails like girls and putting nail polish that looks really nice, because the guitar and the car, both of them, screw my nail polish. So I had to abandon going to the hairdresser. I don't have time for that. I just go to the hairdresser before my concerts. I don't normally go and have manicure and pedicure and all that stuff. I just don't have time for that. And I'm not sad. I'm really not sad. I just love it that I do what I do, and it's quite different. It's paying me off. And I still look like a girl.
You do. You look
a beautiful one.
Thank you.
Yes, Ali Salim, the guitarist and the race driver. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Nice, but we're going to let you go, but with the promise that next time you're going to be with us on one of our episodes with your live music and your guitar.
And I hope I'm not late this time. I mean,
no,
I'm very sorry if I'm late, but the car that came to pick me up just was really, really late. Was really late. So
I'm very happy to have you.
Come early.
You should drive next time.
Yeah, I will come with the race car here.
Yes. So we'll be going out for a report about art, and we'll be right back again with you on Nile Cruise.